So what you want to do is make sure your SSD is bootable. So by turning on the computer and pressing Command R, well, just Option actually. And while it's going to do that, it is going to show the drive right about now. And we can get to the next part. And by doing here, grab a toolkit, an iFixit toolkit since I don't have one. And then what you want to do is grab your SSD. This is the one I'm going to be using. It's an Inland Professional, which is being given away for free at Micro Center. I would recommend you to go buy it. Well, get it while you can, before supplies last. So what you want to do is take off all these the 4 top and bottom screws, and put them somewhere where you won't lose them, as I'm not doing right now. There we go. And we're going to get the bottom 2 screws out, and we should be able to, and then we should get the other 2. Note, this is a MacBook I bought secondhand, so it's going to look a little janky on the inside due to the seller breaking the RAM tabs, and I had to improvise with tape. And as we get the last screw out, we are going to grab this little area just to pull up, and you can see your battery, which you want to disconnect. And then the 2 screws for the SSD or your hard drive. Now, I don't know if that little rubber bumper is there, so if not, you have to transfer over the little tabs to your new SSD, which are a T9 screw. Now there is tape underneath, which I'm going to cut later, so we'd never have a problem again. Now be careful with this SATA cable. It is very delicate. I'm going to go grab some scissors to get rid of the tape. Alright, this is when you want to disconnect your drive. Then I'm going to cut it a little bit so we don't have a little issue for now. Actually, let's just cut a little more. Never mind, we're going to take the whole... Wait. Alright, you want to plug your new drive in, but before we do anything, you want to get your T9 bit out, due to there are these little things on your drive. I don't know if it's on the other side because I don't have it. I have that little bumper as the seller put on. Alright, as I dropped one, and I think I got the other one out. And you're just going to screw them in, which should be easy. And I'm going to put it on that mainly because my screwdriver is magnetized and should work. And we're going to screw it in. Now it's not going to set in easily, mainly because one of the tabs are dislodged and I have to put them back in. also trouble putting it back up. It's shown, and then I just move it to the side to see what's wrong. There's a little tab on the right that became dislodged. I end up taking out the RAM, one piece of the RAM, because it has a tape on it. And by then, we should cut to the next clip of me getting it in, but we're going to take out the RAM. And then we're trying to fit it in. Okay. It goes a certain way, so be careful. If you do it, you don't want to break it. Alright, now we've put it in. I put it in off camera to figure out how to put it in the right way. So when you have it in, I put the RAM back in. I'm wondering if it's the same clip. No, it's not, actually. Alright, what I just did there, you should never do. Mainly because this cable is so fragile. And then you're gonna want to fit the drive in. And if you don't, then you want to put the drive bracket back in, screw it down, and then you should be all good. And then you should put the 4 top screws on, 4 top screws on the bottom. But if you don't want to watch me do it, it's gonna come later. As right now, actually, I put this in wrong so many times. Now note that was a 120 gigabyte drive I had in there, and now it's a 240, so it's a little bit of an upgrade. I don't mind. It's not going down either side, maybe because I didn't set it incorrectly, so it's going to be a little issue. And then I'm going to push it down a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to push it into the tab. You should never have to do this, but it's the tape is causing this. And I put it in the wrong way and flip it around. And it's going down. So you want to plug your battery back in. I'm going to turn it on to make sure everything works. And we should be seeing my MacBook in a few seconds. Right about now. Note that it does take a while on the first boot when you clone your drive, mainly because it is caching the drive, it is indexing, it is getting everything off that SSD, doing a diagnosis, all that. So it's going to take a little while for your first boot, and all the other boots are going to be quick as an SSD. Now, while we wait, your data is going to be there if you did the carbon copy cloner. I don't know if there's any other method. I would say this is the easiest one. For some reason, it doesn't like to do APFS, so I'm kind of stuck with macOS Extended Journal Plus or HFS Plus. There's the drive I use, and there's the drive from the box. This is for the thumbnail, don't worry about it. And you can see we're being really close to booting on the Mac. Now, since I have this new other drive, should I put it in my iMac or should I use it for a different video? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, while we wait, we should be... Actually, how long does this take to boot? I think it took like a few minutes because it's indexing everything. When we do that, I'm gonna turn my MacBook on, mainly because I had it off during this whole voiceover, so I have no idea where my notes are. And you can see we're on the login screen. As I put the password in so many times that it makes it wrong. Here we go. As you can see, all our data is there. Now you could also do time machine backup, which probably would be way better and easier, but I didn't do that. You can see all my stuff is there. I'm gonna go to .movies, see the screen recording we did. And I'm gonna pick up the MacBook a little bit to show you actually my phone. As you can see, everything's still there. And now we want to close the MacBook and insert the bottom cover so we can screw down the 4 screws on the top and the bottom. So that's going to total 8 Phillips head screws. And then we should be all good, all set. So we're going to screw in these screws. You can set them into place if you want. You can see I set 2 in place there. And then we should be done with the top part, and we should move down to the bottom. And as you can see, the bottom's a little lifted up, and we're going to put that down with that screw. And then we have 3 more screws left. By then, we should have another one in. Then we have 2 left. We're going to put those 2 in, and then we should be all set. Ready to go. And we are done. Well, not done yet because we have to put the last screw in, but if you've already put them all in, you're basically done. You can click off this video. But it's going to be that easy. See, all the 4 screws are in the bottom, and all of them are in top. Or top and bottom. And that's it. You just watch me replace, and you just replaced your you cloned your data on your SSD. I don't know what I was doing there. I don't want to know. You can see everything's working fine. And thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe.